Alright guys, back on another video. Now, lately I've been posting a lot of videos and trying to make sure you guys are getting the best content, and I've been trying to be creative like I used to and take time to build decks that no one else is doing or stuff like that. So it took me a little bit of theory craft, but I come up with a cool pan build. And if you know what pan does, you play a battle card, you draw a card, and then awaken, draw 2, and that works on either player's turn, and they give a 5k boost to get 20k, then they draw a card. So if you wanted to curious about how that works. But usually in this deck, every time you play a card, you draw a card. Once per turn. And then on the backside, the same thing. Give a 5k boost, draw a card, and then attack, draw a card. Now, this deck is pretty interesting, mainly because you've heard of the term American Control before. And there's a lot of ways you can go about this, but we're going to go with the blue-yellow package. And you got 4 Bojack, 4 Beerus, and then these 2 slots, you need to open one of these cards, so you need to want to play at least 10. So I'm playing 1 Deadly Poison and 1 of this guy. Now, these 2 cards could be the new hit because they will help you rival your Beerus, but I'm testing these 2 for now, mainly because I may actually still take in like 1 or 2 Beerus and cut down on one of these and maybe side this card. But the hit from the new set, he allows you to rival one of these guys for 1 combo cost, which is pretty neat. It allows this card to be a little better. But for now, this will still work because you'll have Xeno buttons and stuff like that. But yes, 10 blue-yellow cards. 2 blue cards. Best blue card for the deck. Draw 3 cards, discard 1 because you leader let you draw 1, then draw 2 at the end of turn, discard a card. Restand an energy. Yeah, this card is kind of weak to the new cunning cards, so be aware of that. Got the new Uneasy Alliance Son Goku from Draft Box 4. This is a very good card in this deck because it draws you a card and can return cards to your hand or return cards to their hand to help you control the game and the speed of the game. And then you got 2 Ultra Instinct. This is it for the blue battle cards, like besides the blue-yellow ones. But these are all very good defensive or proactive cards. 4 Beans. That should have been a staple in your head and before you even saw the deck profile. When you see American Control, this is like the best defensive card in the game or offensive card in the game. Helps you seal the game, and button will allow you to defend better. And in all honesty, the deck is very centered to your opponent whittling their own resources down by trying to kill you. So you need defensive cards like this. And this helps you in the game for sure if they have a response to your Dark Banisher, Fool, or anything like that at the end of the game. But mainly, and it also can bounce some of your own cards, like your Uneasy Alliance. To the yellow cards. Swords Power. Now, I will mention at the end of the video a lot of cards you can play in this deck, but this is a Digging Deep clone, and you know how good Digging Deep is with Pan. But 3 of those helps you rival if you're already awakened, so yellow card to combo with 3 Champa. Now you could bump up this to 4, but I was trying to make it. You don't want to have too many yellow cards because you don't really want to charge them. So that's one reason why there's not too many yellow cards, but you need some sort of rival. And this is like the best card. This card of Goku Black. Some of your turn 4 play, you might just tap 2, draw 2 to help you build up your hand again because you're going to be playing a lot of cards from your hand to your opponent's turn with Topo and stuff like that. And if you heard me say Topo like 3 times already. This is one reason why I wanted to try to splash red, and it's the theory behind it is to make sure that you are living, and is just a super good card. So this will basically replace the card you draw in this deck and allows you to make your opponent pass their turn. And that's really what you want to do, is build your board presence and make them pass their turn until you get to the point of playing Big Boy Fu. 4 Super Combo, I used 4 different ones, if you haven't noticed, and they're all foil. Mainly because I wanted to signify that you can choose which one you want in this deck. There's no Familiar Bonds, which is an option you can take in this deck, but it takes up quite a bit of slots, and it makes it where you can't place many blue cards and yellow cards. So keep that in mind. You would be playing Digging Deep and Pans and stuff like that, and relying on Topos to clear the game with Fearless Pan and Digging Deep with Familiar Bonds and your double shots. So 4 double shot in this deck. If you've seen Tim's deck profile from Nats, he played 0 this card, but this is like one of my favorite kind of cards in the game. We combo this card into play. On their turn, you draw a card, if that's your only thing on their turn, and he gains 5k boost. So this card will help you defend your Goku Black on turn 2, and that's mainly what you want it there for. and it helps you just put board presence. And it's a red card to charge. You need at least one red card to charge, and one double strike. If you haven't noticed, there's no double striker in this deck at all. So I include one copy, but mainly you don't really need double strike because the main way you win is through the Dark Magic. But if your opponent does happen to whittle himself down that much by trying to kill you or be offensive, whatever, or putting too much board on the board, you can just finish him with that in your leader. But this is your main source of winning because you just play a lot of battle cards on their turn. Just think about how many cards you can play on their turn and start up the game. And if you can, so you got all these cards that play on their turn, and you got Champa, wherever he may be. So all these cards play on your opponent's turn and draw you a card or do an effect that's very powerful against your opponent. And then you got Bojack as well. So your board will look like this by the time it really matters. So you'll have like a bunch of these on board, and then you just slap that down, and it's just 1, 2, 3 attack, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this guy's 30k because he's the first. You'll make him the first thing you play on the turn, and he's 30k triple attack plus whatever your combo on top. And most of the time you're gonna be holding your super combos until you really need to use them. So most of the time when you select this guy down in this format, it's game, and also it's super good against Hatchiegg. All right, further honorable mentions, like I said, Digging Deep, Familial Bonds, Fearless Pan. If you want to tweak up the card ratios and try to get away from the button aspect of the deck, which is pretty powerful, you can try those as well. I would stay away from the 4-star balls, but this deck is pretty fun, and there are a lot of cards in here that not a lot of people would think about playing in this deck because Pan is just known as a mono red deck and mono red deck only. But I enjoy this kind of aspect with the deck where I like defending with Bean and cards like that. And I would thank you guys for watching the videos. And if you haven't liked my Facebook page, I'll link it in the description. It's gaining popularity, and we're posting a lot of our content there, so you can see it there as well if you don't get the notification from YouTube. Once again, thank you guys again, and check the links below.